right, we have a special report that I think will turn into an investigative report.
This is a Chuck and Chernoff special report. If you don't listen to this, you could get an STD. A bad one.
We shared this herpes.
All right, we're going to have a special guest in a moment to help us make our way through this. But, Chuck, do you remember last week on the program when I told you about the rumor of Paul Finebaum's departure from ESPN and the SEC network?
Oh, yeah, that's a real thing. He said that he wants to get through the college football season. He thinks he owes it to him, and then he'll decide after if he's going to jump into the race to take Tuberville's spot, I believe.
Right. Run for Senate.
He's going to be governor.
Which means this could be one of the primo positions available in this neck of the woods to take that Paul Finebaum audience. And Front Office Sports did a piece, Ryan Glasspiegel wrote it, about the candidates for the job. I think he listed 11 names who could be up for Paul Finebaum's job. He listed my best friend, Josh Pate, and he wrote, Pate is probably the most natural successor to Finebaum, and then he listed a bunch of reasons why.
Yes.
Then he mentions Greg McElroy, Cole Kubelik, Marty Smith or Ryan McGee, or maybe both Marty and McGee. He mentions Dari Noka, Alyssa Lang, Peter Burns, Booger McFarland, Bobby Bones, and then Buck Belue.
Who, me?
Yeah, you, Buck. Buck, who hosts weeknight 6 to 8 here on The Fan, has been a staple of this radio station since the year 2000. But what they write in Front Office Sports about Buck is the former Georgia quarterback has been hosting sports talk radio in Atlanta since the turn of the century. That's all they wrote. Now, conspicuously absent on this list is Charles Oliver, which I'm upset over. I know you're not. That bothers me. It bugs me.
That I'm not on the list or that it doesn't bother me?
Both.
Oh.
Because you're supposed to be listed here as a potential replacement for Finebaum.
I'm not.
Even if you don't want his job, you want his audience.
I'm good.
And his format makes sense. You take a lot of phone calls. You let the people, like Legend. Remember Legend, that Alabama fan, just kind of spew whatever's on his mind 4 or 5 minutes, and you grab a latte.
I don't do it the same way he does, so they probably don't want me.
Does it at all bother you that
no.
Bobby Bones,
I don't know who that is. Is that a country music star?
He does mornings on one of the country stations.
Oh, he's a country music DJ. Okay.
But he also does a podcast with Matt Liner. Why is Bobby Bones getting a mention ahead of Buck and not even putting you on the list? This is a major problem, okay? And I don't think we should take this lying down.
I'm not, yeah.
Now, I get Josh Pate. Josh Pate is a superstar. It's the future commissioner of college football.
That one makes a lot of sense.
It does. Pate could pick whatever job he wanted right now. If Pate came to our bosses and said, I want Matt's job, Pate could have it. He wouldn't stoop to such levels. But if Pate wants the prime position of Paul Finebaum's position, there's a discussion to be had. So let me bring in the author of this piece from Front Office Sports that we were reading from, Ryan Glasspiegel, who's kind enough to join Chuck and Chernoff on the Loud Security Systems Newsmaker line. Ryan, we appreciate the time. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. So I mentioned to the audience these names. There were 11, I believe you mentioned, candidates to potentially replace Paul Finebaum. And let me talk about our internal names here. One that's on the list, Buck Belue. He made the top 11. How serious have you heard that Buck is a candidate or not for the Finebaum position if it becomes available?
Well, so the way that you put this list together is you obviously, as you guys said before I came on air, like Josh Pate, his career is a rocket ship, and he's really a natural successor to this national, like Paul Finebaum college football talk crown. Then you go through other people at SEC Network, and they're pretty obvious candidates as well, since ESPN really likes to promote from within. And then there's a couple oddball candidates, which are Bobby Bones and Buck. And that comes from just calling around, sports talk radio experts and saying, hey, who's some off the beaten path people that, are getting nice ratings regionally, but the national audience might not be aware of yet. And Buck's meme came up with one of those.
Okay. Let me, if I could, Ryan, we went to Buck for a quote, and he said, when asked about his official interest in the job, quote, yeah, I saw the list. But the first thing they would say is, well, isn't Belue 65? And then my thought was, how old do you think Finebaum is? I mean, I'm just saying. So Buck he never denied interest in the job?
Oh, never denied.
That-
You know what they say about non-denials? That's a tacit confirmation.
That's exact. This is Lane.
It would be disrespectful to his current show to even talk about it.
That would be a better answer, but this is Lane Kiffin. Hey, we'll talk about it later. I'm not addressing it now, and that's what Buck just did. A non-answer is actually an answer. So you're telling me, just to confirm, that you've talked to sources within the sports talk radio industry who have said Buck's name multiple different times for Paul Finebaum's national show is maybe a long shot, but a shot.
You know, I don't think I would bet on him getting it, but I think that the great work that he does on your station qualified him for inclusion on that list of other worthy candidates.
Okay. So Ryan Glasspiegel is with us from Front Office Sports. Now, Ryan, all due respect to Buck, he has been a staple in this community now for a quarter of a century. My partner, Chuck Oliver.
Don't do this. Please don't do it. I'll give you $4 to not do this.
He hosts a regionally successful college football program.
I have I'll give you $10.
How many affiliates is the list up to now?
There's 71.
71 affiliates along this mighty network. And it would seem he would be the perfect name, at least to Bobby Bones is doing a Fakakta country morning show. How does Chuck Oliver not get a mention? And since putting the list out, have you heard any other people mentioning Chuck's name?
Well, I've heard you mention it just now. So maybe I need to send my editors a note to, bump up the list a little bit.
No, you're good.
And when
you're good.
Finalized that Finebaum is leaving. I would say, though, if I were a betting man, which I am, I would bet a substantial amount that Finebaum is leaving and running for Congress. It seems to be what ESPN is bracing for at the moment. And, the people I talked to when I was putting this list together do think that he's all but gone.
Okay, Ryan, all due respect again, and Chuck won't say it, but if I was in Chuck's shoes, I would say Google me.
Will you stop?
If you Google him, and I don't need you to, you don't have to, maybe it's a rewrite or it's an edit or it's a, hey, let me circle back. All I'm telling you is.
I had $10 for you. I had $10.
No, I'm battling for you.
Journalists are not we're not radio hosts, so that $10 goes a long way.
Well, he's asking me to stop. He's not asking you, Ryan. He's asking me to stop. I guess my biggest problem.
He's asking you to stop.
Oh, yeah, but give it,
I thought that this was going to be a $10 bribe for me, and Matt, order an extra value meal.
Oh, you think Ryan? He's begging you to put him in the piece. He wants me to stop talking about it.
Matt has a cottage industry of making me uncomfortable.
Right. So Ryan, here's what I'm going to say to you. I need in the next version of this on Front Office Sports, we take Bobby. We take Bobby Bones off this. Bobby Bones is not a dark horse for this job. Bobby Bones is barely surviving in Atlanta radio. So let's remove him out. All right. We take Bobby off the list. We put Chuck in, and it's like, hey, I've done some, recon on this Chuck Oliver fella. 71 stations, college football dynasty that he's building. One of the smartest college football guys around. Keep his name in the back of your mind. You know what that does, Ryan? All of a sudden now the powers that be start vetting Chuck, and it becomes organically that he becomes a candidate.
Ryan, I appreciate you. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Ryan?
Okay, I was hoping I was getting a $10 bribe.
Well, listen, hold on. We'll Venmo you. Thank you, Ryan.
All right, have a nice weekend,
You do,
guys.
my friend. There he is, Ryan Glasspiegel from Front Office Sports. I think we did good work there. I really do. I feel like your name is now, I bet you Glasspiegel is doing a rewrite now that next week there will be a new top 11. You'll be in it. You're welcome.
I think all the credit you earned when you got Bo Bice on the air.
That was 22 years ago.
You have washed that away now.
But you're not, here's what you don't see, and this is your problem. The big picture is if your name is mentioned, it gives you leverage. Now the corner office is like, oh, wow, we could lose Chuck to ESPN because now they're mentioning his name for the Finebaum job. The way Buck right now is now built up leverage. You think Buck's not right now? He's in the catbird seat. Am I staying at 680? Am I going to ESPN?
He's in the situation room coming up with a strategy.
Absolutely right.
I said Labia.
That was inappropriate to mention.
It's not if, it's when he goes in the corner office.
That's exact. That right now, Buck Mosey's on down to the corner, and he's like, listen, you see this list? I'm mentioned as one of the 11 potential replacements for Finebaum right after Bobby Bones.
He is.
It bothers me more that it really should bother you, that Bobby Bones is on this list. Not Buck. All due respect, Buck should be mentioned, but you should be here.
I don't. I'm good.
Did I mention how great it is that Josh Pate's at the top of the list? I mean, Josh Pate is, what a superstar.
Are you going to go wrist corsage or traditional? Like, what do you see Josh next?
I feel like I should pin him. I feel like I should.
Lavalier time.
Here's the thing about Josh. He's got the full package. Good looking, well spoken. He can hold a room. He does everything. He's really impressive.
Gun show 7 days a week.
How happy do you think he is in his marriage?
Josh?
I don't know that.
I don't know if he's married.
Oh, really?
He may be single.
How about that?
I think he's married.
Oh, is he married?
He at least has a significant partner, if not married.
Recently engaged or married, but he has a lady.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's legally bequeathed.
Yeah, I don't want to date him. I want to double date with him because we're going to be best friends.
Yeah, prenup. Get a prenup.
That's not the point of this discussion. So, are you officially saying, if asked, you will listen on the job offer if it's there?
No, I'm not.
Are you happy here? Or are you listening to other offers?
No, I don't know.
Lane, answer me the question. Are you at least?
I'm not. I've never had no.
Okay.
No.
All right, let me have the $10 then. After all that, there's our special report.
All over my laptop.